Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I've taken a few ASIC miners off from my other location. You guys know where I have AI and a lot of my 178HXs that are mining over there now. I had to relieve some power capacity over there because I'm adding more 178HXs and more AI over there. So I had to turn off two Bitmain KS5 Pros, okay, Castle miners, both of these, and also a CO miner A2 Bitcoin miner, and as well as a Flu miner L1 6 gigahash model. So I am wanting to turn these on here in this location here, and I'm going to give you guys an update regarding my power capacity here, okay, throughout this video. And we're actually going to be turning off everything because I have, I think, two ASICs here that are dead or are not mining anymore. Looks like I have a Z15 Pro. It is not mining, it's doing a red light. And I also have an L7, which I believe has stopped mining. It's not showing up on the mining pool. So I don't know what's going on with these two miners. The Z15 I know has been kind of wonky for a while, but my L7 just decided to not mine anymore. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna look at that later. Okay, so we're gonna talk about all this right after a word from today's video sponsor. Looking to jump into crypto mining with confidence? Meet ASLMiner.com, your gold standard supplier for all ASIC mining hardware. Founded in 2015, ASL Miner distributes top brands like Bitmain, WhatsMiner, Ice River, Canaan, and now they are the official distributor of the new Flu Miner L1 Pro Dogecoin miner, Flu Miner L2, and coming soon, the Flu Miner T3 Bitcoin miner. They have multiple cryptocurrency payment methods, worldwide shipping, and world-class customer service to deal with customs and tariffs. ASL Miner makes the ASIC miner buying experience easy. Visit aslminer.com today and use code RPM for $30 off your order for the lowest priced crypto miners today. Link down below. Okay, so my L7 here is just not hashing anymore. It did have a runtime of about 48 days, and it says it's connected to via BTC, but it's not hashing right now. So that's strange. Okay, so now the next one, the Z15. This one I've always had issues. It's always gone on and off, and yeah, I'm just gonna turn this guy off. But hopefully my L7. You know what? I'm just gonna reboot it. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not going to reboot it because I'm going to turn off all the ASICs because I'm going to have to rearrange. I have an S19 XP. Looks like this thing is mining just fine. An S19K Pro, S19J Pro, and another S19J Pro. So I'm not going to be able to turn, I guess, I'm going to turn all these on, right, that I just brought over. But I'm going to have to not turn on a few things. So the Z15's out. I guess maybe the S19J Pros, I may just sell them. You guys may see it on RedPandaMining.shop. Go there if you're interested in any ASICs I have listed on my website. So I may post them on there. S19K Pro as well, and maybe the S19 XP. I may post those on my website. If you guys are interested, go check it out. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna put everything to sleep and then I'm gonna shut her down and we're gonna rearrange some stuff. So let me do that. Man, peace and quiet. Finally. Okay, actually, this is a good time. I can talk with you guys. So I have the ability to upgrade from 200 amp to 400 amp in this basement. I really want to do it right now, but then I won't really be able to mine here for the next while. And I did have plans to do that. Like I did mention before that I want to do it during the bear market. I probably will do that. So we're going to be stuck with 200 amp for now, but maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now, I can upgrade this place to 400 amp and be able to do a lot more stuff, a lot more mining here. But anyways, I've taken everything down. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do have an L9 that was mining here as well. I think I just heard all the prices of these just came down. So I don't know if it would be a good time to buy them or not because of the announcement of the L11, right? And honestly, in my opinion, I truly do like the AlphaPex units better than the Bitmain ones. They're just built so much better. The support's better. AlphaPex has fast turnaround time. If you've had any of your AlphaPex units go down, personally, I haven't had any go down. I know not very many people out there have had issues with their AlphaPex, but when it comes to Bitmain, and you guys know Bitmain, their repair centers, even though I think they do have some in the US, unreliable turnaround times like a couple months. It's just garbage dealing with Bitmain. So I don't know if I can recommend, if you're into script mining, I don't know if I can recommend Bitmain. I've had a bad experience with Bitmain sending stuff to Hong Kong. It took 3 months to get a response, and then ultimately the miner was unrepairable, and I was out like 4 or 5 grand of an S21 Pro. So screw that. I'm probably gonna stick with AlphaPex when it comes to script. Anyways, guys, I need to really go through and I need to clean up this shelf. It's just an utter mess. I got cables flying everywhere, laying around everywhere, and I just need to, I've let this whole place go. Like you guys can see the mess of cables here. So I'm gonna just be, I know you guys can see I got my GPU rigs all over the floor. I've been moving towards AI. I'm not going to be GPU mining with any of my 30 series 6700 XTs anymore. Yeah, end of an era. But I still have A2000s and Radeon 7s I'm keeping. 5700 XTs, RX 580s. I got to get rid of all these GPUs. But then I'm just going to have the ASICs up here for now, as most of these are the money makers right now. But yeah, these ASICs, man, this Z15 Pro is dead. Lukewarm mining, I got to send this to you, man. L7, probably got to send to you as well. Not sure why it stopped mining. This is a tank though. Maybe it just needed a reset. I bet it just needed a reset. I wonder if there's a firmware update for this one. It's definitely been a while since I looked at Bitmain's website to see if there's any, firmware updates, even for the KS5 Pros, S19K Pro. Actually, no, these are all on Brains. All the S19 variants. But the L9, I don't even know if there's a firmware update for that. I should check that out. But anyways, let me go through. Let's clean up all this. I need to move all the PDUs forward because the power cables are going to go like this into the ASICs. Network switch can stay as it is, as I'm just going to go up into the ASIC. So let me clean this all up. Okay. There we go. I got my PDUs cable tied to the shelf, and all the PDUs are up here now. So I can see exactly how much power these things are taking. So I have 3 PDUs here that have the volt amp meter here. So then I can just times the volt and amps to see how much wattage I'm getting. And I do have my Triplite PDU. That's my 4th one here that I've actually been running. Okay, I just want to give some props here to Triplite. I've had this PDU since like 2018. I've had this PDU running 240 volt, 30 amp PDU, Triplite PDU for a very long time now. So this is absolutely insane. Triplite build's definitely one of the best PDUs in my experience. So you guys let me know down below if you guys have had better experience. I think all the enterprise grade, PDUs like Eaton or Triplite and who else? APC. I think those are all pretty solid PDUs from what I gather, but I have some knockoff Alibaba PDUs that I've been running for the past couple of years. They've been perfect actually, just fine. Okay, anyways, guys, yeah, I have pretty much got all the cables off. Took out everything. All the cables are on the floor now, so I need to rearrange everything. Okay. So I'm going to turn on ASICs one by one. So the first one I want to turn on is the L9, which uses a C19 cable. Actually, it uses this C20 end, and then this is the new P13 end here. Okay, so the L9, yeah, I can't plug it into this PDU because I don't have a C20 ends in there, so I'm gonna have to plug it into the Triplite. Okay, so thankfully the Triplites have that plug, but this is a 15 amp bank. There's 2 15 amp banks, but yeah, should be fine on each one. We'll see. You know what? Let me plug in the L9 first. Okay, I plugged in multiple things, but they're all on different PDUs. So the L9, all right, is plugged in on here. This one is plugged into my Triplite by itself, so it's pulling 14 amps right now. Then I have a KS5 Pro plugged in on the other bank by itself, as you guys can see here. This is the KS5 Castle Miner. That is pulling 15 amps. Dang, that's a lot, more than the L9. Then I have the L7. The L7 is back on, and it's plugged into its own PDU. This thing's pulling 14 0.79 amps. So if you guys times this number by this number, that's the power consumption, wattage. All right, so I'll just put it on the screen here. I can't do the math in my head. Then I have a flue miner plugged in here. Flue miner L1, 234 volt at 5.59 amps. So this thing's pulling, I'm guessing 1150, 1200 watts or so. Yeah, I think so. All right, you guys are probably wondering, Red Panda, how come you didn't plug in anything else? Well, I have a problem, all right? These two, okay, the Seal Miner A2, Bitcoin SHA-256 miner, and the other KS5 Pro has these plugs. P13, which is fine, going into the ASICs, but my other PDUs that I have don't have the C20s. All right, so these PDUs here, I don't have the C20s to plug in. I'm like, crap, I can't plug in these other ASIC miners. So I'm gonna have to go back to my other place and find another PDU that has the C20s in them. Then, okay, then I can plug it into here, take it out, take out this PDU. Probably can hopefully find two more, because I still have a bit of power capacity, as you guys can see. So I could probably plug in one more ASIC here on this PDU, and the trip light's maxed out. Actually, I'm over the 80% rule, but I'm okay with that. Then this PDU, I don't have anything on it because, again, I don't KS5 Pro and the A2 I couldn't plug into here. Then yeah, I'll probably switch out this PDU as well, because I'm gonna need C19s, C20s for this PDU. So yeah, so I have still probably another 5 big boy ASICs left. Could plug in on the top of my shelf here. So it's gonna be the KS5 Pro and the A2, and then I need to get 3 more, which I think I do at my other place, which I'll slowly bring over. But these Bitcoin miners that I took off, okay, these S19J, S19K Pro, S19XP, S19J Pro, S19J Pro. So these miners have been honestly pretty solid for me, and but I think at my electrical rate, the XP I think is still decent, but everything else is like maybe breaking even, maybe making a buck or so. I think it's time I sell these and just let them go. So if you guys are interested in them, RedPandaMining.shop, I'll have a link down below if you guys are interested to my shop website. But okay, guys, yeah, that's all I wanted to do in this video. I had to shut down everything just to yeah, it just feels good to have everything all, you know, everything all cleaned up again. Nothing's really cable managed, so that's fine, but it's just good to have everything all clean again, I guess, in a sense, and everything all shorter cables. I used to have a lot longer cables going into the ASICs, so everything's now much shorter, and all the ASICs are going to be up top here and just going to go with my exhaust fan. That's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's how I have to do it. So, okay, my friends, let me know your guys' thoughts. I gotta clean up the graveyard of C13 to C14 PSU cables. I got a lot. I definitely have a lot. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. I think I'm gonna buy like 3 more AlphaPex units to mine here. I think that'll be good.